Just as a reminder, there is no flash photography on the starts. Reminder, there is no flash photography on the starts. And please have quiet on the deck so the swimmers have a fair start. We can cheer after the start, but at the start, please keep it quiet. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2021 Mid-Cap Championships. We're glad you're with us today. We're here at the Keystone Aquatic Center in sunny Carlisle, Pennsylvania, with the best swimmers of Central Pennsylvania ready to compete in this pool today. We're going to be starting with event number 1, boys 8 and under, 100-yard freestyle relay. And we have one team in lane 4 from Dallastown. The boys, William Deal, Holden Trump, Connor Appleby, and Colin Weld.
In the waters, event number 1, boys 8 and under, 100-yard medley relay. We have one team in lane 4.
And William Deal is making his way across the pool with the backstroke. Waiting for him is Holden Trump. He's going to be taking us forward with the butterfly. Sorry, press. Next up, we'll be having event number 3, boys 9 and 10, 200-yard medley relay. We'll have two teams in lane 4, Cumberland Valley. We'll have Rylan Goshanow, Krishna Kudario, Talasila, and Getz. And in lane 5 from Anvil, Demchak, Trait, and Ryan.
We are seeding event 7, which is the boys 13-14, 200-yard medley relay. We are seeding event 7, 13-14, 200-yard medley relay.
Colin Weld waiting now for the freestyle return. The final lap here.
Next up is event 3, boys 9-10, 200 medley yard relay. We have two teams, lane 4 and 5.
In the water, this team has a seed time of 1:32.92. Now they don't have anyone pushing them, so you could see that their time has gone up slightly. The pool record, or the mid-cap record, being 1:15.5. That's held by Hershey Aquatic Club in 2013. But we're going to be moving on to event number 3. And they're off. Lane 4, the boys from Cumberland Valley, they have a time coming into this event of 2:47.9. So we are expecting to see them do well.
In the waters, event 3, boys 9-10, 200-yard medley relay. We have 4 and 5 in the water. Next up is event 5, boys 11-12, 200-yard medley relay. We have 4 teams in this one.
And as expected, Cumberland Valley bringing it around here with the backstroke. Again, this is a 200-yard, and so each swimmer is going to go up and back with their particular stroke. That is their specialty. And now, in the water for Cumberland Valley, it looks like it's Krishna Kudario with the breaststroke. And he's on now the return. with Anvil chasing him down. That's Ethan Demchak now with the return. But Cumberland Valley is going to maintain their lead here in the pool today with the breaststroke as they approach the wall. On deck and waiting is Talisila. He is in the pool now. Going to be carrying the butterfly leg here as he makes his way across, already halfway across the pool before Anvil gets in. Colin Trait now chasing him with the butterfly. But Cumberland Valley is going to get to that wall first, and on the return, Colin Trait now chasing him, closing the distance. There was a half a pool length when Anvil got into the pool, and now he's trying to make up some distance here against Cumberland Valley. Will he be able to? It's unknown right now. But Cumberland Valley now is in the water with Ryder Getz.
200-yard medley relay.
With the freestyle leg, these boys sprinting now to the finish line. Cumberland Valley still ahead by about 10 yards. And at the turn, it's going to be Ryder Getz getting to the wall first. Jake Ryan now trying to chase him down, but it's not going to be enough to bring it home. Final time, 2:42.78. That's a new PR for those boys from Cumberland Valley. Congratulations. Second place going to Anvil with 2:50.18. Another PR for them as well. Both teams dropping significant time. And we're going to be moving on to event number 5. Boys 11 and 12, 200-yard freestyle relay. In lane 3, the boys from Cumberland Valley, Johnson, Mandori, Lurie, and Pizzavento. And lane 4 from Heatherfield, Lara, Duffy, Edwards, and Warner. Lane 5 from Devon Crest, Foos, Kaspustis, Pitasi, and Sobin. And in lane 6 from Spring Grove, Brewer, Caputo, Henning, and Oweiler.
We are now seeding event 9, boys 15 and over, 200 medley relay. We are seeding event 9.
Heatherfield coming in with a seed time of 2:08.29, but right now it looks by my watch that Devon Crest is putting the pedal to the metal here, already more than a body length ahead on the backstroke here. That's Ryan Foos, who's bringing that in to the wall right now for Devon Crest, doing very well, waiting on deck for him, Daxton Kasputis, and he's in the water, followed quickly by the other teams. That's going to be CVAC, Cumberland Valley, and Heatherfield. But this breaststroke, it looks to me like Heatherfield is going to make up that distance here in just one lap of the pool, and bam, they're already ahead. Heatherfield closing the distance, and perhaps even, yes, that's right, now even overtaking the team from Devon Crest. Daxton Kasputis with an incredible showing here today with his powerful breaststroke, bringing it into the wall. And now in the water for Heatherfield, Seth Edwards. But it does not look like Devon Crest is out of this race yet. Devon Crest's Leo Patasi taking him on the butterfly with almost a simultaneous turn. It's now a race in the butterfly, neck and neck. Here they come halfway across the pool for their lap, waiting on the deck for the freestyle. They're going to bring it into the wall almost simultaneously. 1-2, Heatherfield and Devon Crest in the pool for the final sprint. Heatherfield's Bradley Warner in lane 4. Bradley Warner for Heatherfield. But it does look like Heatherfield has enough in the tank to get this done. They are now body length ahead. It's going to go to Heatherfield here for sure with a time of 2:02.68, dropping 6 seconds, about 6 seconds off their time. Devon Crest, 2:05.18. Third place going to CVAC with 2:08.53. And Spring Grove wrapping this up here. Next up will be event number 7, boys 13 and 14, 200-yard medley relay. We have 7 teams in lane 1 from Heatherfield, Mickelwright, Patel, Corbett, and Patty. Lane 2 from Central York, Thompson, Kane, Sitz, and Kane. Another team from Central York, Arutanov, Gao, Clemister and Welsh. Lane 4 from Dover, Hockenberry, Lemison, Vu and Myers. Lane 5 from Hershey, Tinsley, Verma, and Vastrick. Lane 6 from Palmyra, Palmer, Schumer, Shellhorn, and Kishel. And in lane 7 from Spring Grove, Lancaster, Daly, Lancaster, and Meyer. Dover area, the favorite to win here with a seed time under the 2-minute mark. This is going to be really fast. But the other team's only seconds behind that seed time, but anything can go here at Midcaps at the Keystone Aquatic Center. Thanks for watching. Please leave some comments. I'm going to be signing on here. Take a look and see what's going on. But we'd love to hear from you. As I tell people, I try to say all the names confidently, but perhaps creatively. And so if you have any corrections, you can leave them in the comments. I'll try to do my best. Either way, it'll be entertaining. And the boys are stepping in the water here for the 13 and 14 200-yard medley relay. We've seen great things from Central York here during the girls' session, and I imagine we're going to see great things here today from them. But Dover's the team to beat.
Swimmers, just relax. We're having a technical problem. Just relax for a second, swimmers.
Looks like those backstrokers are going to have to relax here for just a moment as we take a look at the timing system. We want to make sure that that is working at its best so we can capture these amazing times that are going to be happening here. The poll seeming mighty fast today. We've already seen about, I think, 3 mid-cap record-breaking times for the girls' session. And so today, just taking a look at this, I expect that we're going to see some more from the boys. It's an exciting day here. You know, at the start of this season, we weren't even sure if we were going to have a season, and yet here we are. We were able to hold practices, and then we were able to hold some meets. And even while we were doing the meets, we didn't know if there would be championships, and here we are with the mid-caps. Life somewhat back to normal, at least for now, and hopefully for a long time. But these swimmers, nothing has stopped them during this time. They've been practicing. So what you see today is hundreds and hundreds of hours of work by each one of these swimmers.
We're good. Thank you very much, officials. We are operational again.
And here we go. We're going to get this race started. Again, Dover, the team to beat here, but we've seen amazing things from Central York and from Hershey. But right out of the gate, Dover is maintaining a slight lead now over Central York. Central York having 2 teams here. A pair and a spare, as my grandfather would say. But it doesn't matter. Dover already a body length ahead as they finish the backstroke leg here. Waiting on deck is Evan Lemison from Dover. He's in the water, followed by a simultaneous launch.
You're also seating event
Andrew Dow and Caleb Tinsley trying to chase him down in the breaststroke leg. But it will be Evan Lemison maintaining that lead. by a body length. Looks like lane 5 is catching up. That's going to be the boys from Hershey. Caleb Tinsley just slightly edging out the performance here by Andrew Gow. And in the water now is Dover, followed by Hershey and Central York. Kevin Vu now in the butterfly, maintaining that body length separation between him and Hershey in lane 5. Lane 5 being swam by Ricky Verma. Ricky Verma now gaining ground, slowly gaining ground. Now a half a body length separating them in the butterfly. But it's all going to come down to the freestyle sprint. Ricky Verma making up, doing his team well. It's now neck and neck, folks, for Dover and Hershey. Hershey wants it. Hershey having a slight edge here as all three teams come into that foot. But it's going to be a down to the wire here between Dover and Hershey. The crowd is going wild. This could be the comeback we're looking for. Can Hershey eke out a win here? We're going to take a look at the wall. It's going to be close. And Hershey pulls out the win with 157.6 to Dover's 157.67. It's an upset here today. 159.51 for Central York. The crowd is going wild. Check out that sportsmanship here today. Wow. Each of those teams, none of them getting down to that level, 157 in their seed times. And so we're super proud of them. The rest of the teams wrapping it up here. Event number 9, boys 15 and over, 200-yard medley relay is next. We do have 7 teams, so I'm going to go through these quickly. Lane 1 will be Keystone, E-Step, Lee, Clark, Falcone. Lane 2 will be Willowwood, Hall, Alspal, Runnels, and Mickelvitz. Lane 3 from Heatherfield, Gibbs, Brobson, Dempsey, Axman. Lane 4 from the Hampton Ducks, Semin, Oren, Janot, and Perez. Lane 5 from Dallastown, Granholm, Stiles, Riviera, Nutzel. Lane 6 from Heatherfield, Koth, Engel, Katzenmoyer, and Mata. And lane 7 from Dolphin, Burns, Chattel, Miller, and Burns. The Hampton Ducks, the ones to watch. And here they go, all these teams best in their field. Right out of the gate, lane 4 has a slight edge here with a great streamline that's expected out of the Hampton Ducks. Alex Simon now to the wall. Flip, flip. Lane 3, Heatherfield, not letting him go. But he is still about half a body length ahead of the nearest competitor. In third place right now, looks like they're operating in lane 7, and that's going to be Heatherfield. In the water, great launches all around, but now it's a breaststroke sprint here. Already, the Hampton Ducks are showing their dominance here, just about one scoop off of pace.
On the finish. Thank you.
Is Dallastown. Dallastown now putting the press on here in the breaststroke, but now a body length behind instead of one scoop. Waiting on deck now, the butterfly in the water already for the Ducks is Nolan Chinook. And he is definitely showing his skill here in the pool today. More about 3 body lengths now ahead. Dallastown trying to catch up. But will it be enough? It's now a race for second and third. Seavac to the wall, and in the water now from Seavac is Elias Perez. 1, 2, 3 in the pool. Dallastown, Heatherfield trying to chase him down. Elias Perez with the freestyle sprint. It's neck and neck now between Dallastown and Heatherfield. Heatherfield with a slight edge, but it is going to be the Ducks here, 140.09. And Heatherfield is going to bring it in with a time of 143.92 to 144.93. Dallastown will be the third place seat. Fourth place, Heatherfield, 159.2. I hear some amazing screaming here from the Keystone teams. Looks like a soft touch on that pad, but they had a wonderful time for Keystone. Mom, I think, is going crazy outside. Next up is event number 11, boys 9 and 10, 100-yard IM. 2 heats. In first heat, lane 1 from Anvil, Owen Fox. Lane 2 from Dallastown, Oliver Baldwin. Lane 3 from the Hampton Ducks, Maxim Curris. Lane 4 from Palmyra, Ethan Chirico.
Scott, please report to the box.
Lane 5 from Cumberland, Talasila. Lane 6 from Lebanon, Desiraroth. Lane 7 from Devon Crest, AJ Lewis, and lane 8 from Mountain View, Zach Lee. This is the individual IM, 100 yards, all 4 strokes. Lane 4, Ethan Chirico, has the best seed time, 129.48.
In the water, 10, 11 boys, 9, 10, 100-yard middle.
And he's already showing about a head length ahead of his competitor in lane 3. That's going to be Maxim Kuris as his competitor. Almost a body length now as they flip to the backstroke. Backstroke leg, it looks like Ethan Chirico is still maintaining that lead. But it looks like lane 5 is catching up slightly on him there. Lane 5 being Talasila from Cumberland Valley. Now into the breaststroke leg. Chirico maintaining his lead, perhaps even increasing his lead here. About 2 body lengths now separating them. The rest of the field catching up, but it's still it's still Talasila in the second position. And the freestyle return, Ethan Chirico is going to take this one. Talasila from Cumberland Valley is going to be taking second. Chirico pulling it in now with a time of 1:26 and change, although the time on my scoreboard is not showing. Talasila pulling in at 1:30.7. Next up, final heat of the boys 9 and 10 100-yard IM. In lane 1 from Hershey, Jax Destardo. Lane 2 from Devon Crest, Moran. Lane 3 from Mechanicsburg, Eli Kickline. Lane 4 from Dallastown, Azariah Anderson. Lane 5 from the Bobcats, Tyler Bart. Lane 6 from Keystone, Huma Hassan. Lane 7 from Anvil, Colin Trait. Lane 8 from Big Spring, Liam Souter. Now I have to give you a fair warning here. I have a horse in this race. I will try to be impartial in my announcing. But Eli Kickline's my son, so I've got to cheer for him a little bit. Azariah Anderson, the man to beat here. He's the man of the hour. I was taking a look at his butterfly time, which could set a mid-cap record if he can pull it off. And they're in the water. Great launches all around. Let's take a look at their streamline. Azariah now pulling ahead of Kickline by just about a body length. He's got the best butterfly in Central Pennsylvania for his age group at this point. Kickline and Tyler Bart maintaining that position as they enter into the backstroke. Right now, Azariah Anderson is in the lead by 1 body length ahead of Tyler Bart. Eli Kickline just behind there. As they near the turn, it's Azariah Anderson, followed by Bart, then Kickline. Then in lane 2, Landon Moran from Devon Crest. Azariah now in the breaststroke. Kickline, he's placed second with breaststroke. He's catching up. But can he catch up enough to catch Tyler Bart and Azariah? Azariah already coming in the seed time of 1:11.02. to 118 and 119. He's going to be hard to catch, obviously, but these boys are working on it. But it's going to be a 1-2-3. Azariah Anderson's going to take this one. Tyler Bart coming in second. Azariah with a 110.43, besting his time of 1:11. Tyler Bart with a 1:16.2. Eli Kickline wrapping us up. Hassan, in lane 3, 1:19.94. Kickline might have been a soft touch there. We'll have to we don't have a time there. Of course, they'll do that to the parent who's announcing and already nervous. But Elijah Anderson taking a great time with that IM. Great job, boys. Next up, event number 13, boys 11 and 12, 100-yard individual medley. Heat 1. 2 heats in first heat. Lane 1, Willowwood will have James Mott from the Palmyra area, Braden Teets in lane 2. Lane 3 will be Hampton Ducks, Luca Annavali. Lane 4 from Central York, Harnish. Lane 5 from Dolphin, Cameron Book. Lane 6 from Dover, Gallagher. Lane 7 from Devoncrest, Max Sobin. Lane 8 from Palmyra, Brady Hughes. Looks like we're going to just make sure that timing system is working again. It's been giving us some trouble today. We're not sure why, but we want to make sure that obviously these times, anytime we get a soft touch, we want to make sure that the timing system is working as it should. We are showing a time of 119.13 for Eli Kickline, so that's coming through from Meet Mobile. So these are PRs, again, for all these boys today. That's what we're seeing here at the end of the season. They still have more to give in the pool, and they are giving it. And it is exciting to see. You know, as a parent, as a grandparent, we just thank you for watching and for all your support for these boys. And here we go for the first heat. Somebody just bumped our camera, so we apologize for any seasickness that might occur. And they're in the pool. A set of 119s here in the center of the pool.
10-50-yard freestyle. In the waters event, 13 boys, 11, 12, 100-yard IM. Heat 1. Next up is Heat 2.
That dark horse there on the outside is all. It hit the wall first here, lane 7. That looks like a Max Zobin from the Devoncrest area, and he's still maintaining a slight lead here over lane 4. Lane 4 being one of the favorites. That's going to be Harnish from Central York. Central York, though, catching up here, and they're going to be turning into the breaststroke. Very quick transition there for Central York. That was really great, but not much of a streamline, and so we did see some of those competitors catch up there, including Luca Annabal from the Ducks, and he looks like he's now in a position after this breaststroke that he could be turning at the same time for that freestyle sprint to the finish line. But it's still going to be lane 4. Central York is going to maintain
Heat 2, the boys 11, 12, 100-yard
that lead on the return. Being pressured now by lane 5, that's Cameron Book out of Dolphin. It's going to be close for the second and third, but it does look like it might go to Book, and here we come in. It's going to be Harnish for the win, 116.77. Great drop in time from his PR. Book, 117.45, 117.89 for Annavali from the Hampton Ducks. Great job. Final heat now for the 100-yard IM, boys 11 and 12. In lane 1 from CVAC, Cumberland Valley, Cade Johnson. Lane 2 from the Bobcats, Colton Weaver. Lane 3 from Hershey, Colin Leon. Lane 4 from Hershey, Austin Fastrick. Lane 5 from Heatherfield, Seth Edwards. Lane 6 from Cumberland Valley, Cameron Laurie. Lane 7 from Keystone, Ethan White. Lane 8 from South Middleton, Aiden Pittman. And we're going to do a quick check of that wire there on lane 1. You know the phrase, measure twice, cut once. That's what we're doing. We want to make sure that everything's working at its optimal to make sure these times are recorded as accurately as possible. And while, you know, in the sport of swimming, there are always timers, there's backup timers, there's fail-safe upon fail-safe. We want to get the best times. But we want to take as much as the human element out as possible so that it's most accurate for each of the swimmers. So thank you for your patience as you're watching. Why don't you take some time, get up, grab yourself a cup of coffee, maybe a little snack, and just settle in for an afternoon of some exciting swimming happening right here in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Again, we have teams here from all over central Pennsylvania. These are the best swimmers in the area. And we're seeing some wonderful times today, and we're proud of all the swimmers and all the sacrifices that they have made throughout this season, including things, that we didn't really think would ever happen in our lifetime, including having to wear masks in and out of practice. Some of these kids probably had very strange swim schedules, swimming in strange pools, just trying to get enough practice in to be here today. And so we're glad you're here. And here we go. We're going to get this IM started.
Next up is event 15, boys 13, 1400 IM. There's 2 heats.
And here they go. We're seeing good things, though, already out of lane 2, Colton Weaver from the Bobcats. But it is going to be lane 4 catching up pretty quick there after that start. Lane 4, that's going to be Austin Fastrich from Hershey with the orange caps. And on the return, he's looking good, very comfortable in the water with that backstroke, pulling ahead just slightly as he goes, making it look easy as he transitions into the breaststroke. Already pulling ahead even further, now about 2 body lengths ahead. His breaststroke looking fabulous. Austin Fastrich. Power and glide. He's having no problems completing this, and he's going to make that transition into the sprint to the finish line. His seed time, 105.99. And, of course, we can see he's not letting up for the freestyle return, and he's going to finish this with a great time, too, of 105.06, besting his time by nearly 1 second. Second place going to Hershey as well. That's Colin Leanne. Third place, Edwards from Heatherfield. Seth Edwards, great job, all you boys. Edwards having a time of 109.58. Next up will be event number 15, boys 13 and 14, 100-yard IM. In Heat 1, Lane 1 from Anvil, Wyatt Fox. Lane 2 from Heatherfield, Lane Bowden. Lane 3 from Hershey, Owen Fastrich. Lane 4 from Cumberland Valley, Jade Staffish. Lane 5 from Carlisle, Aiden Lippert. Lane 6 from Dover, and Lamison. Lane 7 from Dauphin, Ethan Rowe. Lane 8 from Palmyra, Cohen Cloud. And they're in the water, folks. Great streamline there all around. Holding that streamline in lane 5.
15, boys 13, 1400
It looks like
IM.
lane 3
Heat
out of the
one's in
gate.
water.
It wants this
After this,
a
we
little
heat
bit
2.
more
Hershey
than the rest.
staging
There,
event.
Hershey making the turn. Hershey being Owen
25, boys
Fastrich.
13, 14, 50 minute.
Fastrich, he is
50-yard
definitely earning his namesake here, but catching up. Looks like lane 2 taking him on. He's going to be hitting that wall at the same time. Lane Bowden from Heatherfield, and it looks like to me lane 4 got there slightly ahead. Jade Sathish from Cumberland Valley. Cumberland Valley now with a slight edge over Owen in lane 4. Jaden versus Owen here, but it's going to be Jaden from Cumberland Valley with the sprint to the finish line. I'm thinking his height is
Next
definitely
up,
giving him an advantage, but not to be left out. Here he comes, Owen Fastrich. He might be beating him to the finish line. It all comes down to Ed Fastrich pulls out a win with 107.08, 1/10 of a second faster than Jaden Sathish. Incredible times. Lippert from Carlisle coming in with 109.06. Congratulations, boys. And now for the final heat of the boys 13 and 14 100-yard IM in lane 1 from Hershey, Ricky Verma. Lane 2 from Dover, Brogan Myers. Lane 3 from Central York, Austin Welsh. Lane 4 from Willowwood, Everson Rachel. Lane 5 from Cumberland Valley, Josiah Garber. Lane 6 from Hershey, Caleb
Next
Tinsley.
up,
Lane
event
7
17,
from
boys
the
15
Bobcats,
and over,
Austin
100
Turner. Lane 8
We have 2 heats
from
of those.
Central York, E.D. Flemister. But coming into the turn first is going to be that 4th lane, Everson Rachel from Wildwood. And his backstroke is looking incredible here, already making some distance, and he's going to be already returning the far side of the pool, lanes 5, 6, and 7, making that turn too, but into the breaststroke. It is going to be It's going to be Everson Rachel at the turn. Still ahead, but he's being chased down by lane 5 right now, but it's not going to be enough. I can tell you that already. It's going to be Everson Rachel now coming in with a time of 59.47 under the 1 minute mark. Great job. Second place going to Garber from Cumberland Valley with a time of 102.37. Third place to Tinsley from Hershey, 104.69. Next up, event number 17, boys 15 and over 100-yard IM. 2 heats. Heat 1, lane 1 will be Hummelstown's Benjamin Dotz. Lane 2 from Anvil, Jacob Rudy. Lane 3 from Keystone, Colby Eastep. Lane 4 from Dallastown, Cooper Stiles. Lane 5 from Heatherfield, Will Brobson. And I'll announce the rest of the Heatherfield team in just a second. The rest of the Heatherfield 6, 7, and 8, we're going to have Luke Dempsey, Nathan Gibbons, and Garbanris. Wow, it's a lot of whitewater, folks, and a simultaneous turn here with the backstroke. I'm telling you, this looks incredible. From my vantage point, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, folks, but it looks like to me lane 3 and lane 6.
Next up is event 17.
And maybe even lane 4 there as a simultaneous turn into the breaststroke. Great pullouts here all around for the boys, but lane 4 with a little extra height might be having the edge here in the breaststroke leg. Lots of power with glide is showing what he can do, and that is lane 4. Cooper Stiles from Dallastown looking great here today. Already almost 2 body lengths ahead in the freestyle. Bam, he's going to clinch it. 57 seconds flat.
Up next,
second place goes to 58. Goes to Rudy with 58.8 from Anvil. Third place Dempsey, 59.34. This is only a test. And here we go, final heat. Lane 1 from the Ducks, Alex Semin. Lane 2 from Keystone, Ryan Lee. Lane 3 from Devoncrest, Jake Keys. Lane 4 from Big Spring, Rodaball. Lane 5 will be Braylon Moe from South Middleton. Lane 6 from the Ducks, David Oren. Lane 7 from Dover, Tan Gladfelter. And in lane 8 from Devoncrest, Carl LaRue. And that first stretch, incredible backstroke coming on, but it does look like lane 5 and lane 8. Don't forget that outside edge. Lane 8 is going to get to that wall first for the breaststroke. We're watching lane 8 at this point in time. That's Carl LaRue from Devoncrest with a wonderful transition into breaststroke. Lane 8 is now coming strong from the outside. His seat time 57.94, but he came into this event wanting to win it. And he might just do that. That's Carl LaRue. Lane 8, can he hold off his contenders? They're gaining some ground, inch by inch, inch by inch. Can he pull it off? Oh, no, it's going to be Braylon Moe from South Middleton there in lane 5. LaRue coming in second, only 2/10 of a second. Less than 2/10 of a second separating Braylon Moe, 54.13 to LaRue's 54.36. Third, Rodabile from Big Spring, 54.4.
On the finish, the 25, please use both plungers on the 25 finish. Thank you.
All right, we're going to be moving to the 25-yard freestyle. Event number 18, boys 8 and under, 25-yard freestyle. We're going to give our timers a little bit of time to get down there to the other end of the pool.
Next up is event 19, boys 8 and under 25-yard freestyle. We have 2 heats of this. Heat 1.
For Heat 1, I do have a horse in this race. I am from Mechanicsburg, and so I am cheering on Julian Lambert. Julian Lambert being, this is one of his 3 events that he qualified for today. Lane 1, however, we're going to have Hanover, Sawyer, Dorito. Lane 2 from Big Spring, Torrin Wilson. Lane 3 from Willowwood, Donovan Fuddy. Lane 4 from Mechanicsburg, Julian Lambert. Lane 5 from Lebanon, Luke Helwig. Lane 6 from Carlisle, Benjamin Krebs. Lane 7 from Big Spring, McManus. And lane 8 from South Middleton, Tanner Bach. all of these times, or most of these times, right around the 18-second mark. Most of them in the middle of the pool are going to be pulling times around the 17.5 seconds. 4, 8, and under, absolutely incredible. Tanner Bach and Luke Helwig being 7. Sawyer Dorito in lane 1. Keep an eye on this kid. He is 6 years old. I don't know what I was doing at 6 years old, but it probably wasn't this. And they're off, folks, here in the freestyle already. Lane 4, ripping it up. Julian Lambert looking great, but coming from the outside lane 2, coming for him is Torrin Wilson from Big Spring. But it's going to be, it looks like it's Lambert for the win. 16.95 for the Heat 1. I'm sorry, but he did do very well. Wilson coming in second, and that Heat 16.98. Under the 17-second mark. I thought they'd hit 17.5. Third place would go then to lane 5. Next up, and that would be heat number 2, final heat. In lane 1 from Anvil, Cunningham. Lane 2 from Heatherfield, Harned. Lane 3 from Mountain Rain. Lane 4 from Bobcats, Sport. Lane 5 from Devoncrest, Anson. Lane 6 from Hershey, Herbine. Lane 7 from Springboro, Henning. And lane 8 from Anvil Hall. And it's going to be that lane 4. Wow, Anson with 16.35. Bart with 16.48. 16.71 for Rain. Incredible times. And
thank you, timers.
Julian Lambert might have been also in the running there. Oh, sorry, third place would be that Cunningham.
Next up is event 21, boys 9-10-50 freestyle. We have 2 heats of this. Heat 1 is first.
Sometimes they change the times on me, especially with the 25-yard, depending on which time get multiple times in. Obviously, the best time is going to be taking precedence, so sometimes the first time you see might not be the accurate time. Now for event 21, boys 9-10, 50-yard freestyle, heat 1, lane 1 from Lebanon, Desia Roth. Lane 2 from Dolphin, Tyler Gardner. Lane 3 from Palmyra, Rosenberg. Lane 4 from Devoncrest, Alex Erkson. Lane 5 from Anvil, Jake Ryan. Lane 6 from Hummelstown, DeMartini. Lane 7 from Anvil will be Zach Weber. And in lane 8 from Palmyra, Parker McNall. Now, on my sheet, sometimes they cut off the first name. I'm taking my best guess at that. I hope I'm guessing correctly. If not, leave a comment here for us. We'd love to hear from you, as long as you're being nice. For those of you, Gus the Goat, if you're listening, what race are we on? Just take a listen. We do have some slides coming up that'll tell you, and I'll be trying to announce them, obviously, as soon as the other race is finished. And here we go for the first heat of the boys 9-10 50-yard freestyle. This is going to be a mad dash, folks, and they're in the water already. Lane 4, again, the preferred here, and they were showing they'd come to win. Lane 4, that is Alex Erkson from Devoncrest. Putting the pedal to the metal, half a body length ahead of him, and lanes 3 and 5. Lanes 3 and 5, Rosenberger and Ryan. He's already pulling out ahead of the competition. Alec Erkson from Devoncrest in this first heat, but coming from the outside here and putting very close is lane 6's. That's going to be DeMartini from Hummelstown with a time of 34.1 or 30. Actually, DeMartini's coming in now as winning that race, 34.15. Rosenberger with 34.73. But then Erkson does have the first place with 33.45. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, depending on what gets triggered first, our time can change. So thank you for your patience with that. Now the final heat of the boys 9-10 50-yard freestyle. Lane 1 from Keystone, Lucas Gray. Lane 2 from the Ducks, Bryson Rodrigo. Lane 3 from Keystone, Nate Kahns. Lane 4 from Bobcats, Weaver. Lane 5 from the Bobcats, Shay Brawl. Lane 6 from Big Spring, Ellerman. Lane 7 from Hanover Brown. And lane 8 from Mechanicsburg, Lincoln Courts.
We should be seating event 29.
And here we go, coming into the wall again. What we're expecting here, 4 and 5 going to make that flip first. All the boys looking great, however, in the water as they make their return. But those lanes 4 and 5, it's an hour race between first and second, between Tyler Weaver and Chabrol. But it's going to be a close one. Wow, 1/100th of a second separating them, but it looks like right now Chabrol is going to be the winner of the Bobcats, and of course his teammate, that's going to be Ty Weaver.
23, boys 11, 12, 50 yard.
I'm sorry, it looks like Weaver now won this as well. But that was really too close to call. I would check Meet Mobile on those times, folks, because what I'm seeing on the scoreboard right now does not make sense, at least what I saw with my eyeballs. Event number 23, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard freestyle. First heat. Anvil, lane 1, Parker. In lane 2 from Heatherfield, Sweeney. Lane 3 from Heatherfield, Lara. Lane 4 from Hershey, York. Lane 5 from Cumberland Valley, Manduri. Lane 6 from Cumberland Valley, Thampy. Lane 7 from Hershey, Kim. Lane 8 from Middletown, Sereno. But it does look to me like that lane 4 is going to clinch this one. Coming from the outside, lane 2, it's going to be tight. But lane 4 is going to take it with 27.7. And that's going to go to Europe.
Thank you, swimmers. Please clear the pool.
Great times there, boys. Second place, Sweeney, 28.53. Lara, 28.81. And for the final heat, lane 1 from Cumberland Valley. Cameron Laurie, lane 2 from Heatherfield, Bradley Warner. Lane 3 from Bobcats, Colton Weaver. Lane 4 from South Middleton, Cameron Ackley. Lane 5 from Bobcats, AJ Rose. Lane 6 from Cumberland Valley, Pesavento. Lane 7 from Devon Crest, Leo Patassi. And lane 8 from Keystone, Ethan White. These times are going to be under the 27-second mark, which is absolutely amazing for this age group. But here they go at the wall. First is that lane 4. That's going to be Cameron Ackley making the turn, South Middleton. He's the man to beat of the hour. Coming from the outside in lane 7, coming for second place, is going to be Leo Patassi coming in for that second place. But it is going to go to Ackley with 26.03. Patassi coming from the outside, 26.4, 26.88 for Weaver from the Bobcats in lane 3. Next up, folks, event number 25, boys 13 and 14, 50-yard freestyle. 2 heats, heat 1. From Palmyra, Matt Kishel. Lane 2 from Dallastown, McDermott. Lane 3 from Devon Crest, Kyle Zuskiski. Lane 4 from the Seahorses, Spencer Weinhold. Lane 5 from Devon Crest, Baumgartner. Lane 6 from Anvil, Denny Trait. Lane 7 from Hershey, Owen Fastrich. And in lane 8 from Palmyra, Cade Palmer. Staggered start there for the boys, but it doesn't matter much because they're going to catch up in the water. Lots of white water here. And it looks like that lane 5 is pulling ahead. Baumgartner now from Devon Crest. We've seen great things from the Devon Crest Swim Club today. Can he hold off lane 2? Coming on strong is McDermott. And McDermott's going to take it with 26.07 to Baumgartner's 26.3. Third place, Weinhold, 26.81, just barely after that in fourth. Sogeski with 26.86. Now for the final heat. Don't blink, you're going to miss it if you do. We're going to have in lane 1 from Central York, Austin Welsh. Lane 2 from the Hampton Ducks, Mitch Hearn. Lane 3 from Cumberland Valley, Josiah Garber. Lane 4 from Heatherfield, Bob Dempsey. Lane 5 from Devon Crest, Garrett Hicks. Lane 6 from Dallastown, Nicole Riviera. Lane 7 from Indian Creek, Graydon Durr. And lane 8 from the Seahorses, Elliot Pyle.
Next up,
lane 4. Slightly ahead of lane 5, but not by much. That's going to be Bob Dempsey from Heatherfield. And can he hold off his competitor, Garrett Hicks from Devon Crest? And I think he will do just that with a time of 23.28. That's a PR for Bob Dempsey. Lane 2, Hicks with a time of 23.77. Third place, Garber, 25.26. Next up, event number 27, boys 15 and over, 150-yard freestyle. Two heats in Heat 1. Lane 1 from Middletown, Rocco Salimio. Lane 2 from Dover, Ethan Downey. Lane 3 from Devoncrest, Michael Singley. Lane 4 from Heatherfield, Isaac Hancock. Lane 5 from the Lions Aquatic Club, Andrew Rexroth. Lane 6 from Hummelstown, Adam Docks. Heatherfield, Luke's Madden in 7, and Ducks Elias Perez. Whew. Try spitting all that out when they're swimming this fast. Good luck. But it's going to be lane 4. Luke Hancock, bam, with the win, 22.86, breaching that 23-second mark, along with Downey from Dover, 22.98 in second place. Third place being Singley from Devoncrest, 23.08, just barely above that 23-second mark. Incredible swimming here today. Now for the final heat. In lane 1, Dover has Austin Smith. Lane 2 from Central York, Greg Wenhold. Lane 3 from the Hampton Ducks, Nolan Chinook. Lane 4 from Heatherfield, Lucas Hancock. Lane 5 from Heatherfield, Jack Dowling. Lane 6 from Seahorses, Brian Collins. Lane 7 from Heatherfield, Eric Axman. And lane 8 from Mechanicsburg, Andrew Weatherhold. It's too close to call that, guys. It's going to be just hundreds of seconds separating these competitors. Coming from the outside in lane 8, looking strong, but it does look like it's going to be that lane 4 for the win here. Let's take a look. Hancock with first place finish, 21.92. Second place going to Chinook from the Ducks, 22.14. Dowling, third place, 22.31. Weatherhold on the outside, 22.48. Incredible. Next up, we're going to be doing event number 29, boys 8 and under, 25-yard backstroke. Give us some time as the timers take a little walk. Got to rest their thumbs. And we're going to see some fast swimming here in the backstroke. We're going to be entering into the backstroke section of our meet right now. You know, one thing that we've seen throughout the season, especially the summer season, you'll see this, is the backstroke. These kids, you know, when they swim indoors, you can usually align yourself with the ceiling tiles, the beams, different landmarks. When you're in an outdoor pool, all you have is the clouds. And sometimes, depending how windy it is, that can be a little bit difficult to know exactly where you're oriented in the water. But here, at least at the Keystone Aquatic Center, each of these swimmers will be able to focus on the roof and probably have a nice straight swim. So we're going to see some pretty nice times coming out of this particular facility today.
Timers, as a reminder, please hit both buttons on the turn in there, the finish line. Reminder, please hit both buttons. Thank you.
All right, here we go for Heat 1 in Lane 1 from Gettysburg, Bowman. Lane 2 from Heatherfield, Logan Rochek. Lane 3 from Spring Grove, Mason Madonna. Lane 4 from Spring Grove, McManus. Lane 5 from Willowwood, Donovan Fuddy. Lane 6 from Dover, Finn Hoffman. Lane 7 from Devoncrest, Sebastian Lee. And lane 8 from Palmyra, Rosenberg. These youngsters just making one dash across the pool here in the backstroke leg. Two of our swimmers, 7 years old, Sebastian Lee in lane 7, lane 2, Logan Roebuck. But it looks like lane 3,
next up in event 29,
Mason Madonna is looking great, along with lane 5, Donovan Fuddy. But I think it might be lane 5 is going to hit it first. Fuddy for the win. Willowwood 22.2 again for the win in this heat, 22.29. For Madonna. Those are excellent times for both those boys. McManus with 23.17 from Spring Grove for the third place. Now for the final heat. In lane 1 from Hershey, Levi Herbine. Lane 2 from Heatherfield, Reed Harned. Lane 3 from Spring Grove, Jack Harold. Lane 4 from the Bobcats, Jason Bart. Lane 5 from Devoncrest, Matthew Hansen. Lane 6 from Mechanicsburg, Julian Lambert, my favorite. Lane 7 from South Middleton, Tanner Bach. And lane 8 from Anvil, Joey Walsh. We do have a false start here. Again, the nerves could be quite high, especially for some of these boys. It could be the first time they are at mid-caps. But, you know, we want them to have fun. And they're off Jason Bart having the preferred time going into this event, 18.39. He's definitely showing that he's got some gumption as he makes his way across the pool. He is a pretty tall kid for 8 years old.
Next up is event 31.
And that, of course, helps in the swimming world. And he's going to bang it down, 17.92. Second place going to Harold from Spring Grove, 18.84. Hanson at 19.86. Fourth place going to Lambert at just above the 22nd mark, 20.45. Great job, kids. Way to start us off on the backstroke. Now we're going to take a walk around the other side and get ready to time the 50-yard 9:10 backstroke. This is event number 31. 2 heats in lane 1 from Hummelstown, DeMartini. Lane 2 from Mountain View, Ben Ryan. Lane 3 from Anvil, Jake Ryan. Lane 4 from Spring Grove, David Kargar. Lane 5 from Anvil, Demchak. Lane 6 from Anvil, Demchak. Lane 7 from Anvil, Zach Weaver. And in lane 8 from Devon Crest, Titlebaum. Jay Titlebaum. I hope I'm pronouncing your kids' names right. If I am not, please let me know. Thank you, Stacy, for watching from California. We love that you're here.
Boys 9-10 50-yard backstroke.
It might be warmer here than California. It's hard to tell, but the pool is great temperature here at the Keystone Aquatic Center, but we thank you for watching. And here we go. We're going to get this party started with a great launch from the boys here. Lane 4 with a slight, nope, actually it looks like lane 2 now. Might be overtaking. That's lane 2, Ben Rain from Mountain View. Who's going to hit that first? Lane 2 might have lost a little steam there in that transition. Great turn, though. But he didn't lose much, but now it does look like lane 4 is going to take that first position. Lane 2 is vying for second. Lane 4 being David Kalugar from Spring Grove is going to take first, and he's going to do it with 41.87. Lane 2, the second place, Ben Rain from Mountain View, 43.3 is second place. Demchak hitting a 43.64. Sorry about that. Somebody ran into our camera pole. You know, we have a couple of bright orange cones surrounding that. I can't talk about hitting cones because I've done that sometimes in vehicles at Disney World, but don't tell anyone. All right, here we go. Final heat, lane 1 from Cumberland Valley, Gauchenauer. Lane 2 from Keystone, Nate Coons. Lane 3 from Devon Crest, Landon Moran. Lane 4 from Hanover, Sean Deal. Lane 5 from the Bobcats, Tyler Bart. Lane 6 from Mechanicsburg, Lincoln Courts. Lane 7 from Big Spring, Thompson. Lane 8 from Keystone, Lucas Gray. And already the boys are making their way across the pool, doing great. Simultaneous flip turn there, 4-5, followed by Lincoln Courts of Mechanicsburg in lane 6. But right now it is a dead heat. Lane 4 with a head of Demchak. David Koligar from Spring Grove. Oh, he's going to hit the wall. 1, 2, 3. So here we go. Deal from Hanover with the win, 33.43. Bart, second, 34.99. Third place, Moran, 36.63. And Courts with 37 flat. Great times for all those boys. Excellent job. And now for event number 33, boys 11 and 12, 50-yard backstroke. 2 heats. Heat 1, Lane 1, Devin Kress is Demanicore. Lane 2 from Cumberland Valley, Evan Singer. Lane 3 from the Hampton Ducks, Samuel Bidding. Lane 4 from Palmyra, Dalton Cole. Lane 5 from Central York, Berkstresser. Lane 6 from Dolphin, Cameron Book. Lane 7 from Dover, Elliott Klein. And in lane 8 from Hershey, David Kim. And right now, too close to call for these boys. No front runner appearing yet, which is amazing given the spread that we see here. Actually, this spread is pretty tight on this particular event. Just about 1 second separating all the boys. And that's what we're seeing here. It's too hard to guess. I'm just going to tell you what the scoreboard tells me here real soon, but that lane 5 is looking mighty fine. But it is going to be lane 4, Cole from Palmyra with the win, 36.1. Lane 6, Book, 36.21. And then Bidding in lane 3, 36.45. Fourth.
Next up is Heat 2.
Here we go for the final heat. In lane 1, we have from Hershey, Eric Winger. Lane 2 from Cumberland Valley, Cade Johnson. Lane 3 from Devon Crest, Ryan Foose. Lane 4 from South Middleton, Cameron Ackley. Lane 5 from the Bobcats, Cole Prince. Lane 6 from Heatherfield, Omar Lara. Lane 7 from Mechanicsburg, Cameron Gazelle. Lane 8 from Anvil, Wyatt Parker. And here we go.
Next up is event 35. 50-yard backstroke.
Great streamline there out Cameron Gazelle, but the center of the pool is the center of attention right now. And you can see when they hit that wall, 1, 2, it's a simultaneous split. There's no distance between these competitors at this point. But after a little bit of stroke, lane 4 is coming out on top. Cameron Ackley from South Middleton for the win, 29.9. Prince from Bobcats, 30.7. Foose coming in third, 31.2. Fourth place goes to Gazelle from Mechanicsburg, 34.04. Those are great times all around for those boys. Under the 30-second mark at this level is amazing. And now for the event 35, boys 13 and 14, 50-yard backstroke. Heat 1, lane 1 from Anvil, Colin Cheslock. Lane 2 from Anvil, Danny Trait. Lane 3 from Cumberland Valley, Jaden Sathish. Lane 4 from Carlisle, Samuelson. Lane 5 from Middletown, Murphy Hughes. Lane 6 from Heatherfield, Lane Bowden. Lane 7 from Devon Crest, Braylon Lee. And lane 8 from Heatherfield, Ryan Sowers. Watch the center of the pool. All these boys right around the 33-second mark.
Heat 1. Next up is Heat 2.
Almost a simultaneous turn there. Let's take a look to see how they fared through their streamline. Right now, the front runner being that lane 4. That's Samuelson's from Carlisle, although lane 6 is gaining ground. Lane Bowden. It's going to be a close one, folks. But out of lane 3 is going to look like the winner. That's Cumberland Valley's Sathish with a time of 31.7 in this heat. Number 1 in this heat, Samuelson Carlisle from Carlisle, 31.9.
Next up is Heat 2.
Bowden, third place, 32.32. Now for the final heat in lane 1 from Keystone, Douglas. Lane 2 from the Seahorses, Spencer Weinhold. Lane 3 from the Bobcats, Austin Turner. Lane 4 from Wildwood, Everson Rachel. Lane 5 from Dover, Hockenberry. Lane 6 from Indian Creek, Graydon Durr. Lane 7 from Palmyra, Cade Palmer. Lane 8 from the Bobcats, Caden Foster. Great streamline there in lane 4, giving him the edge. That's going to be going to Everson Rachel. We've seen great things out of him in the Wildwood. He's carrying the Wildwood team here quite a bit. And great transition for him, putting him ahead by a body length in front of lane 5 there, which is going to be Hockenberry from Dover area. But it is going to be Everson Rachel with a time of 26.93. Great job.
Next up is
Hockenberry with 28.45. Third place, Turner, 29.51.
Please go to pool.
Here we go. Event number 37, boys 15 and over, 50-yard backstroke. 2 heats. Heat 1. Lane 1 from Heatherfield, Ryan Koth. Lane 2 from Mechanicsburg, Declan Ranowski. Lane 3 from Central York, Zach Coons. Lane 4 from Palmyra, Zach Mitone. Lane 5 from Heatherfield, Nathan Gibbons. Lane 6 from Willowwood, Ethan Hall. Lane 7 from Heatherfield, Zach Hancock. Lane 8 from Wildwood, Jake Rudy.
Next up is event 37, boys 15 and over.
Incredible. Look at that lane 1. Lane 1 wanting this. That is Ryan Koth, I'm sorry. Looking really good coming across the pool. At least that streamline looked wonderful. Incredible streamline there. Maybe he went a little deep. It's hard to tell, but lane 2 looks like Declan Ranowski is vying for first. And it's going to be Ranowski. Mechanicsburg, 28.25. Second place going to Mintoni from Palmyra with 28.67.
Heat 1 of 2. Madam referee.
Next up, final heat. In lane 1 from South Middleton, E.J. Heyman. Lane 2 from Devon Crest, Evan Wegner. Wow. Lane 3 from Dallastown, Granholm. Lane 4 from Gettysburg, Harry Nelson. Lane 5 from the Lions, Andrew Rexroth. Lane 6 from Annville, Braden Hain. Lane 7 from Cumberland Valley, Owen Brewer. And in lane 8 from Cumberland Valley, Kevin Santos.
Next up is event 39, boys 9-10.
As you can imagine, sometimes the names run together here. We've been doing this all day. You can see our cameras might be getting a little tired too, getting a little shut off. But lane 2 looking really good. Lane 2 is Evan Wagner from Devon Crest. Who's it going to be? It is going to be Wagner, 26.05 to Nelson, coming in second from Gettysburg, 26.3.
We are seeding event 39.
Our third place goes to Rexroth from the Lions, 26.3.
1200-yard freestyle. And event 43, boys 13-14. 100-yard freestyle. And event 45, boys 15 and over.
All right, we're going to be moving on to the 100-yard freestyle, event number 39, boys 9 and 10. And, of course, again, for the championships, all these swimmers are in the top 16. Actually, each top 8 from each league sent their swimmers. And so each of these events has 16. And each league sends 2 alternates. So we have 4 alternates waiting on deck in case the swimmer can't make it. But we're going to be starting off with Heat 1, Lane 1 from Hershey, Robbie Gallo. Lane 2 from Devon Crest, Elias Gauss. Lane 3 from Palmyra, Rosenberger. Lane 4 from Annville, Demchak. Lane 5 from Dauphin, Tyler Gardner. Lane 6 from Annville, Zach Weaver. Lane 7 from Devon Crest, Carter Ward. And in lane 8 from Palmyra, Miles Taylor.
Next up is event 39, boys 100-yard freestyle.
All right, here they go, 100-yard freestyle as it's getting started. I want to give a quick shout-out there to Patrick Moran, who is a grandpa. He's watching from California. Great to have you here, even if you're across the island of America. What am I saying? the country. And we also, and the reason I said that is because Uncle Mike is watching from Hawaii. Proud relatives tuning in to see their loved ones compete. Lane 3 right now, Rosenberger taking the lead with the 100. Can he maintain that particular energy? His seed time 125.6. Right now his split looking great. I think if he can keep up that pace, he's going to beat his time quite a bit. Now a body length ahead. And he's pulling. He's pulling. And he's going to do it, I think. As long as he can keep this, as long as he has enough in the tank. Great flip turn. Rosenberg now on the return. He's still maintaining almost, barely, that one body length, but his competitor's knocking on his door. He wants it. That's going to go to lane 4, Demchak. Can he beat him? Can he beat Rosenberg? And he might just do it, but no. Oh, Rosenberg's going to do it. 119.21. Demchak coming close with 119.56 with the second place finish. And it looks like we have some soft touches there from the rest of the field. So we're going to probably be taking a slight pause here to make sure that the timing system is working. Look at that sportsmanship there between lanes
Next up is Heat
2 and 3. Elias
Thank you,
Gauss
gentlemen.
and
Please through the pool.
Rosenberger
Madam
giving
Referee.
a handshake there at the end of that race. You know, because when you have someone in the lane next to you pushing you, that's going to improve your time. So you see a lot of that camaraderie in the swim community, and we just let out. Here we go. Final heat, lane 1 from Big Spring, Liam Ellerman. Lane 2 from Keystone, Humza Hassan. Lane 3 from Bobcats, Aiden Gray. Lane 4 from Dallastown, Anderson. Lane 5 from Hanover, Sean Deal. Lane 6 from Bobcats, Ty Weaver. Lane 7 from Hanover, Charlie Brown. Lane 8 from Mechanicsburg, Lincoln Courts. And it's an all-out sprint. Lane 4 with the lead. This is no surprise. Azariah Anderson at All-Stars. He broke the pool record twice over. I can't remember what he broke it in, but it doesn't much matter right now. His seed time 102.04. He has a good chance of besting the mid-cap time. The mid-cap time record now stands at 101.72. He is only less than 1 second away from that time, and he might just do it today. For second and third place, lanes 3 and 4, Aiden Gray and Sean Deal from the Bobcats and Hanover, respectively. But Azariah Anderson is going to take this. Is he going to take it? Yes, he is. It is now a new mid-cap record. Azariah Anderson has bested it with a time of 1 minute, 0.14. The record is now broken. It was held since 2011 by Ning Ning Liu. That was 101.72. He broke it by almost 2 seconds.
Next up,
Congratulations, Azariah, and to all the boys. Incredible racing and
Referee.
PRs. Now, event number 41, boys 11 and 12, 100-yard freestyle, heat 1. In lane 1, we have Demanicore from Devon Crest. Lane 2, Jack Brenner from South Middleton. Lane 3, Thamby from Cumberland Valley. Lane 4 from South Middleton, Aiden Pittman. Lane 5 from Hershey, Jacob Epaka. Lane 6 from Hershey, David Kim. We have a false start, 2 false starts, everyone in the pool. Lane 7 from Dover, Owen Downey. And lane 8 from Palmyra, Rosenberger.
We're trying to catch up. We had 2 heats out of the back. I think we're caught up now.
And here we go. I saw a good start there with looked like lane 3 to me, the green shorts. That would be Thampi. But lane 4 is going to make that turn first. Aiden Pittman with a seed time 105.96. Can we get close to that 1 minute mark? It's hard to tell. That was a great time. And on the flip, it is going to be that lane 4 still holding the edge, Aiden Pittman for South Middleton. Being chased down now, it looks like the closest competitor, lane 2, might be overtaking him if he can pull it off.
Please hit
Jack
the button
Brenner
when you hit the wall.
from South Middleton.
Timers, please hit the buttons on the timing wall.
And now it is a simultaneous flip here. Lanes 2, 3, and 4. It is going to be a sprint to the finish. We're going to see some great times here today. But it looks like Pranthampi from Cumberland Valley is going to be pulling ahead with that incredible stride. What's that time going to be? How about 104.95? Pittman with 105.73. Brenner with 106.92. And the final heat in lane 1 from Heatherfield, Bradley Warner. Lane 2 from the Bobcats, A.J. Rose. Lane 3 from the Hampton Ducks, Grant Kiefer. Lane 4 from Dallastown, Ari Anderson. Lane 5 from Heatherfield, R.J. Duffy. Lane 6 from Keystone, Ethan White. Lane 7 from Hershey, John Yerke. Lane 8 from Devoncrest, Daxton Caspus. And here we go. Ari Anderson with an incredible seat time of 56.44.
Next up is event
That's in lane 4, but I'll tell you right now, it's hard to tell that he has that entry time because everyone is keeping up with him. But it is a long race. What you can sprint here in 50, maybe you can't hold that energy for 100. And already, Ari Anderson pulling slightly ahead, but I'll tell you what, R.J. Duffy isn't going to let him do that. R.J. Duffy is now trying to catch Ari Anderson. And in that lane 3, Grant Kiefer from the Hampton Ducks is also just barely behind. One body length now. Ari Anderson has managed to pull the distance between him and R.J. Duff. R.J. Duff now in a full-out heat trying to catch him. Hot on his heels, but losing ground, it looks like, slightly, so it is going to be Ari Anderson with a time of 56.32. That's a PR for him. Duffy from Heatherfield pulling a 58 flat. He's going to shave off about 2 seconds, more than 2 seconds off of his seat time.
Freestyle. Heat 1 and 2. Madam Referee.
As the man said, we're going to move on to Heat 1. In lane 1 from Palmyra is Parker Schumann. Lane 2 from Middletown is Murphy Hughes. Lane 3 from Central York, Thompson. Lane 4 from Mechanicsburg, Nathan Grew. Lane 5 from the Seahorses, Spencer Weinhold. Lane 6 from the Seahorses, Dagham Cross. Lane 7 from Heatherfield, Odesco. Lane 8 from Heatherfield, Ryan Sowers. Excellent start here. A little delay there on the Mechanicsburg, Nathan Grew, but it doesn't look like it's slowing him down much.
Heat 1 is in the water.
As they near the wall, it does look like at lane 5, it's going to be Spencer Weinhold with the turn, but Nathan Grew chasing him down now. Looks like Nathan Grew now with the slight edge. And at the turn, Nathan Grew in the maroon and steel shorts. Half a body length pulling ahead of lane 3. Lane 3 being Thompson from Central York. Does he have enough to keep it going on here? Nathan Grew at the turn. And now it's a dead sprint. It looks like lane 5 gaining ground on Grew. That's Spencer Weinhold from the Seahorses. And he is going to take it. Spencer Weinhold eking out a win, 59.8 under the 1 minute mark. Second place goes to Nathan Grew with 1 minute 0.09. Third place, Thompson, 1 minute 0.42 from Central York. Now for the final heat. Lane 1 from the Seahorses, Elliot Pyatt. Lane 2 from the Hampton Ducks, Mitch Hearn. Lane 3 from Devoncrest, Aaron Hicks. Lane 4 from Wildwood, Everson Rachel. Lane 5 from Heatherfield, Bob Dempsey. Lane 6 from Hershey, Luke Tinsley. Lane 7 from the Bobcats, Grady Welsh. Lane 8 from Keystone, Covington. Great times here as the boys come into the event. We might see things down south of the 51-second mark. At the turn, lane 5, making his showing here, Heatherfield, Bob Dempsey. We saw great things from him earlier today, and we're going to continue to see that, it looks like, here at this 100-yard freestyle sprint. Dempsey at the halfway point, just barely. Everson Rachel from Willowwood trying to catch him. Third place position now in lane 3, as we expect, Devoncrest, Garrett Hicks. And at the turn, it does look like Bob Dempsey is just barely maintaining that lead. Actually now about a half a body length. And it all comes down to who can hit that wall first. It is going to go to Bob Dempsey from Heatherfield with a time of 50.19 to 50.42 for Everson Rachel. from Willowwood. Third place goes to Hicks from Devon Crest with
Thank you, swimmers.
52.84.
Please clear the pool. Is now up. Event 45, boys 15 over 100-yard freestyle. We have one of two.
Okay, in lane 1 from Dolphin, Bryce Miller. Lane 2 from Gettysburg, Sam Nelson. Lane 3 from Anvil, Jacob Rudy. Lane 4 from Anvil, Carter Cheslock. Lane 5 from Anvil, Braden Hain. Lane 6 from Dallastown, Lawson Neutzel. Lane 7 from Heatherfield, Isaac Hancock. Lane 8 from Heatherfield, Zach Hancock. They might be brothers. They might be a relation. They might not be. Let's see what happens in lane 7 and 8. Everyone around that 52 and a half mark.
Next up is event 45.
And you can see here
two,
as they come
100
across the pool, this is definitely an even split here between these athletes today. But look at that happening up in lane 7, looking good and pulling out on top here. Lane 3 looking good too, but it's still too close to call. Again, who has it in the tank here for the 100-yard? This is an all-out sprint. It's not really a distance race, but it kind of is. You need to be sprinting, and who can maintain that energy the longest. And right now it's looking like it's lane 3. That's Jacob Rudy from Anvil. Jacob Rudy is going to be winning this one. Second place looks like it's going to be going to lane 5, Braden Hain. Rudy with a time of 49.96, breaking the 50-second mark. Hain 51.45.
Madam Referee.
Third place, Neutzel from Dallastown, 52.22. Now for the final heat in lane 1 from Hummelstown, Adam Dotz. Lane 2 from Heatherfield, John Haskin. Lane 3 from the Hampton Ducks, Alex Semin. Lane 4 from Cumberland Valley, Jonathan Chang. Lane 5 from the Seahorses, Brian Collins. Lane 6 from Dover, Tan Gladfelter. Lane 7 from Central York, Greg Wenhold. Lane 8 from Gettysburg, Harry Nelson.
Next up is event 47, boys 825-yard breaststroke. We have
Now each of these boys in the center right around the high 49s. We expect to see those come down to the low 49s. First at the turn is going to be the lane 2, John Haskins, which is really coming out of nowhere according to his time. John Haskins is going to be coming into the half on top. But almost a simultaneous flip turn there for many of the boys here in the center. Lane 3 dropping behind. Now lane 2, 4, and 5 in the forerunning position. John Haskins, Jonathan Chang, Brian Collins. Who's got it? Who's got the sprint right now? Lane 4 with the energy to bring out a win here. It looks like lane 4 going to go to Jonathan Chang. Yes, it is 47.61. Amazing times. Second place, Semin from the Ducks, 48.46, just barely ahead of Collins, 48.74.
Timers, please report to the other side of the pool.
Next up,
As a reminder, timers, please press both buttons for our swimmers to get accurate place. Please press both buttons so we can accurate time and placing. Thank you. Second half timers. If you did not switch out yet, please switch. Second half timers should be coming in if you're supposed to switch. Thank you. As a reminder, timers, please press both buttons on the finish. This gives the swimmer the most accurate time and the best placing. Thank you.
as you can hear, we are moving to the other side of the pool.
25-yard breaststroke. We have 3 swimmers in heat 1, 2.
This we're going to start out with the 8 and under breaststroke. Again, this is a very difficult stroke, especially for 8 and under. So we have less in the field to start us off. 2 heats, however. In heat 1, we have 3 contestants. Lane 3, Connor White from Devon Crest. Lane 4 from Gettysburg, Chase Bowman. Lane 5, Soren Smith from Cumberland Valley. And we do have a false start again. Some of these kids, this might be one of the first times they're swimming breaststroke in a competition at this level. They're just getting started in their swim career, and so we're going to give them a second to get out of the pool and reset. Sometimes the nerves can get to you.
Thank you.
And here they are in the pool. Great job, boys, with the breaststroke here. The center of the pool, lane 4, looking good as he's making his way across lane 4 and 5. Again, that's to be expected here. Gettysburg's Chase Bowman is just maintaining the slight edge over Soren Smith from Cumberland Valley, but he is going to win it. There he goes. 28.39 to Smith's 29.77. And I think we're going to see a great time here for Connor White. Look at that, 36.69 with his seed time was 56. So that is incredible time for him. Drop times all around for these boys. And we're offering you the Max Hedren special on that camera angle. Next up, the final heat. In lane 1 from Middletown, Flynn Hughes. Lane 2 from Carlisle, Benjamin Krebs. Lane 3, Luke Helwigs from Lebanon. Lane 4 from Spring Grove, Isaac Henning. Lane 5 from Dallastown, Holden Trump. Lane 6 from Dallastown. It looks like we have a false start, which all the kids are expending that energy. I hope we're going to give a slight delay here because, you know, once you're in the pool, you might as well just keep on going, right? You got to get to the end anyway. But it looks like we're going to have to reset that one. Let's see, maybe we give them a slight break, a couple minutes to restart, to recharge, especially for the 8 and unders. Not sure what happened there. Sometimes that can happen if we have a false start. Somebody starts before the buzzer. We're going to swim that one again, it looks like. I don't know if we're going to give them a break or not here. That's why, you know, when there is an issue, they blew that horn multiple times. But, you know, for some of these kids, especially the 8 and unders, they've never heard that. They don't understand what that means. And so, you know, a couple of them turned around, trying to figure out what's going on. But it was a little too late. They had to just kind of get to the other end of the pool anyway. So we're going to reset that. And let's make sure that they have a fair chance to swim that event. The times on this sheet looking pretty good.
We're going to take a little quick minute break here so the swimmers can gather themselves, and we'll continue with 25-yard breaststroke of heat 2 of 2. So give us a couple seconds, please.
All right, we're just going to take a quick break and let those swimmers relax, shake it off. You know, one of the coaches on our swim team said, you know, swimming is 70% mental, 30% physical. And what that means is, you know, sometimes it's just a matter of getting in the right headspace for the meet. And so when something like this happens, whether it's a false start or, you know, somebody gets in the pool before the buzzer, whatever happens, that can rattle you as a swimmer, especially at this level. So we want to make sure that they're all feeling good. And we obviously give them a little bit of a break. Now, it's only a 25-yard that they swam here, so, you know, they should have plenty in the tank here. But mentally, we want to make sure they're all ready as well.
Timers, will you please report to the start end? Timers, please report to the other end. Timers, please report to the other end. We're going to do the boys 11, 12, 50 breaststroke. Timers, please report to the other side. Thank you. Next up will be event 49, boys 9 and 10, 50-yard freestyle, 50-yard breaststroke. We will do the event 47, boys 8 and under 25-yard breaststroke, heat 2, after the boys 11, 12, 50-yard breaststroke. Up next is event 49, boys 9, 10, 50-yard breaststroke, heat 1 of 2.
As you heard said, we're going to be racing event number 49.
Timers, please, as a reminder, please press both buttons. This ensures that we have an accurate time in placing.
All right, for heat 1, lane 1, we're going to have from South Middleton, Matthew Kimmel. Lane 2 from Anvil, Owen Fox. Lane 3 from Lebanon, Austin McElvery. Lane 4 from Hershey, Yaxis Stardo. Lane 5 from Big Spring, Kubage. Lane
Timers,
6
please,
from
as a
Dolphin,
reminder, please press
Devil
both
Hunter.
buttons
Lane
so we
7
have
from
accurate
Bobcats, Reese Bloom. Lane
time
8
and placing
from
for
Mountain
these
View, Mike
kids. Thank
Wall.
you very much.
Then here at the turn, it's going to be lanes 3 and 4 making that turn about the same time, but it does look like we have a number of competitors making that turn around the same time too. Focus your attention on the center of the pool, lanes 3, 4, and 5. Now in a sprint in the breaststroke. But it looks like lane 3 is pulling ahead just ever so slightly. Austin McElvery from Lebanon is going to be winning this with a time of 47.64. That's a wonderful time for him, besting his time of 49.09. Second place going to Kubage from Big Spring, 48.24. Third place finish going to Fox from Anvil, 49.7. And we're going to move on to the second heat of that. And in lane 1 from Cumberland Valley, Creek and Dario. Lane 2 from Lebanon, Deseroth. Lane 3 from Indian Creek, Mayberry. Lane 4 from the Ducks, Bryson Rodrigo. Lane 5 is my boy, Mechanicsburg's Eli Kickline. Lane 6, Ethan Demchek from Anvil. Lane 7, Elias Gauss from Devon Crest. Lane 8 from Spring Grove, Hayden Searle. And right out of the gate, it looks like lane 3 has a slight edge, but not much. It's 3, 4, and 5 at the turn. Bam! Here they go on the return. Can Eli Kickline maintain that position? He's coming into this in a second place position to Bryson Rodrigo, and it's going to be a close one. The Ducks want to win this one. Can Eli maintain that? But it looks like it's going to be close. Mayberry's going to take it. Indian Creek for the first place finish of 42.87. Kickline coming in second, maintaining his second place position, 43.04. 43.09 for Rodrigo. That's a surprise to see Mayberry bringing that in there.
51, boys 11, 12, 50-yard breaststroke, 1 of 2.
Great job, boys. And now we're going to re-race the event that we had to restart once I find it. And that's going to be the finals for event number 47, boys 8 and under 25-yard breaststroke. In lane 1 from Middletown, Flynn Hughes. Lane 2 from Carlisle, Benjamin Krebs. Lane 3 from Lebanon, Luke Helwig. Lane 4 from Spring Grove, Isaac Henning. Lane 5 from Dallastown, Holden Trump. Lane 6 from Dallastown, Colin Weld. Lane 7 from Mountain View, Andrew Rain. Lane 8 from Spring Grove, Isaac Ziegler. Sorry, I announced the wrong event. They are going right ahead to 51, first heat, so I apologize for that. So in lane 1 from Spring Grove, Caputo. Lane 2 from Hershey, Eric Winger. Lane 3 from Cumberland Valley, Mandori. Lane 4, Jacob Epoka from Hershey. Lane 5, Unhee Lee from Cumberland Valley. Lane 6, Landon Harnish from Central York. Lane 7, Cameron Book is it from Dolphin. And lane 8, Wyatt Parker from Anvil. Right now, lane 4 with the edge. It looks like lane 4 might be bringing this in, but no. Look at that lane 6. Oh, lane 4. Aboka is going to take it, 39.46. Lane 6, Harnish, gets that second place win, 39.5. Manduri, 39.71 for the third place. And the final heat of event number 51. Lane 1, Sweeney from Heatherfield. Lane 2, Colton Weaver from the Bobcats. Lane 3 from Devoncrest, Casputis. Lane 4 from Hershey, Austin Fastrich. Lane 5 from Heatherfield, RJ Duffy. Lane 6 from the Bobcats, Cole Prince. Lane 7 from the Hampton Ducks, Grant Kiefer. Lane 8, Lucas Annabali from the Ducks. But it is going to be that lane 5 right now, making their way across the pool handily. That's RJ Duffy. We've seen great things from him today. But he's not going to be let go too easily. Lane 4 wants to catch him, but just won't do it. RJ Duffy from Heatherfield, 32.29. Fastrich is going to come in at 32.91.
Please report to the other side.
Casputis.
25-yard breaststroke. Timers, please report to the other side so we do our 25-yard breaststroke. As a reminder, timers, please press both buttons so we get an accurate time.
Casputis is going to pull in the third place, 35.47. Okay, now we're going to re-race that 8 and under. I do apologize for misannouncing. And for the third time, I will announce their names. So for the final heat of the 25-yard breaststroke, we're going to have Flynn Hughes from Middletown. Lane 2, Benjamin Krebs from Carlisle. Lane 3, Luke Helwig from Lebanon. Lane 4, Isaac Henning from Spring Grove. Lane 5, Holden Trump from Dallastown. Lane 6, Colin Weld from Dallastown. Lane 7, Andrew Rain from Mountain View. Lane 8, Isaac Ziegler from Spring Grove. Under the water, you did see a little bit of hesitancy there, just making sure by some of these kids that they were doing the right thing. That lane 4 looking great, Isaac Henning from Spring Grove. He's going to win this one. Let's get over to the finish. There we go. Bam. He's going to pull that in with 21.63. Trump with Dallastown, 22.23, and Helwig, 24.05. All right. Now we can move ahead. I think we're going to have the timers take one more walk and do event number 53. Boys 13 and 14, 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, heat 1, from the Piranhas, we're going to have Julian Luttrell. Lane 2, from Middletown, Murphy Hughes. Lane 3, from Keystone, Ugo Morsico. Lane 4, from Carlisle, Cameron. Lane 5, from Dover, Owen Klein. Lane 6, from Dauphin, Ethan Rowe. Lane 7 from Palmyra, Parker Schumann, and lane 8 from Palmyra, Sempedadri. Something like that. pull out all around, but that lane 4 looked especially great. That's Harvey Cameron from Carlisle. And he's continuing to pull. But I tell you what, lane 3, not letting him go. Hugo Marsico wants it. But it is going to be Cameron, 34.58 to Marsico's 34.82. And Klein coming in third, 35.46 from Dover. And now for the final heat of the 13 and 14 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1 from Carlisle, Mashmeyer. Lane 2 from Cumberland Valley, Jade Sathish. Lane 3 from Devon Crest, Kyle Zukeski. Lane 4 from Cumberland Valley, Josiah Garber. Lane 5 from Hershey, Caleb Tinsley. Lane 6 from Central York, Andrew Gow. Lane 7 from Dover, Brogan Myers. And in lane 8 from Anvil, Colin Cheslock. And here they go. They are off. Lane 4 and 5 with a simultaneous turn. It's any man's race at this point. Josiah Garber holding the edge from Cumberland Valley. Caleb Tinsley wanting the win, but not quite going to get it. Just about a scoop shy. 30.79 goes to Garber. Tinsley 31.72 for the second place. Third place goes to Andrew Gow of Central York with 33.1. Moving along now, the boys 15 and over 50-yard breaststroke, event number 55. 2 heats, heat 1. South Middleton's Nathan Book, lane 2. Hummelstown's Adam Dotts, lane 3 from Devon Crest, Michael Singley. Lane 4 from Dolphin, Jason Chattel. Lane 5 from Mechanicsburg, Andrew Weatherhold. Lane 6 from the Bobcats, Baron Bishop. Lane 7 from Heatherfield, Peter Engel. And in lane 8 from Dover, Tyler Stout. Lots of love coming from S. Lindsay on the live stream. Grant is the man. I'll just agree with you. But it looks like lane 4 is going to be hitting that wall first. 1, 2, 3 punch. It's really too close to call right now. Andrew Weatherhold making an advance right now in that lane 5. Can Weatherhold pull out a win here against lane 4? I don't know. Looks like lane 4 is going to touch first. And it is that way. Chattel from Dolphin, 28.26 to Weatherhold's 28.43. Third place going to Singley from Devon Crest, 28.73. And now we're moving on to the final heat of the breaststroke for the 15 and over boys. In lane 1 from Devon Crest, Evan Wagner. Lane 2 from Heatherfield, Eric Axman. Lane 3 from Devon Crest, Jake Keys. Lane 4 from Big Spring, Ruttabow. Lane 5 from the Ducks, David Oren. Lane 6 from Heatherfield, Will Robson. Lane 7 from Keystone, Ryan Lee. And lane 8, Cooper Stiles from Dallastown. Wow, look at that launch.
Boys 8 and 25-yard butterfly.
Great pullouts all around by these boys, but it's still a dead heat here. It's a slight arch in that configuration. All these boys right around the high 27s, except for Ruttabow. He's in the low 27s. But it looks like a surprise coming on here from lane 5. David Orange from the Ducks is going to be pulling out the win today. Lane 4 trying to catch him. They're just not going to do it. 26.51 for Oren. Lane 2, or second place going to Ruttabow, 27.22. Third place going to Keys from Dovercrest, 27.49. Great times all around. Not quite the record here, just still a few tenths off. Jeremy Lynn holding that at 26.22. And now we're going to be moving on to the boys 8 and under 25-yard butterfly. Moving into the butterfly section of our meet. This is an exciting time. I got a couple of horses in these races, so I apologize if I lose my mind. But as you know, if you are a swim parent, you're just absolutely normal and perfectly calm. And then, 45 seconds out of your day, you go completely insane. And then you gather yourself and you're perfectly normal for another few minutes. It's just the way it is. talk to your doctor about medication for blood pressure. I know we're going to get some comments about that, about vitamins and essential oils and stuff. But either way, if you are a swim parent, you know what I mean. That nervous energy.
Timers, as a reminder, please press both buttons so we get an accurate time and placement for these kids. Thank you very much.
So I hope you're screaming at home. I guarantee you the kids can hear it about as well as I could hear it here while they're underwater with a swim cap on. But you know what? We still cheer them on because we love them. All right, for Heat 1, Lane 2 from Dallastown, Connor Appleby. Lane 3 from the Ducks, Breck Keene. Lane 4, Mechanicsburg's Julian Lambert. Lane 5 from Spring Grove, Jack Harold. Lane 6 from Dallastown, William Deal. Lane 7, Sullivan Cromer from Seahorses.
Can the coach from the Bobcat please come
And here they go, 25-yard butterfly right now by my eye. Lane 4, Lambert is a slight lead. No, now Lane 5 is going to be taking that over Jack Harold. Jack Harold is going to be winning this with a time of 19.04, 20.97 on the clock for Julian Lambert. Also a PR for him, but Harold definitely PR'd there with a 19.04 third place going to Cromer, Sullivan Cromer, 20.99, still under the 21-second mark. And, of course, he's from the Seahorses. Now for the final heat, Lane 1 from Anvil Cunningham. Lane 2 from Big Spring Torrin Wilson. Lane 3 from Hershey, Levi Herbine. Lane 4 from Devoncrest, Matthew Anson. Lane 5 from the Bobcats, Jason Bart. Lane 6 from Anvil, Cooper Hall. Lane 7 from Mountain View, Andrew Ryan. And Lane 8 from Lebanon, Luke Helwig. All right, we're going to see some great times here. Let's see what happens. Right now, that Lane 4 is out in front. He's got the best seed time, 16.59. Man to beat Matthew Hansen. And I think he's going to clinch us, but not by much because Lane 5's coming from the outside. There we go, 17.14 to 18.01 for Bart. Hansen is going to take that one. Not quite his best time. Again, he had 16.59 coming in, but again, that could be from the meter to yard conversion. It's hard to tell. All right, now for event number 59, boys 9 and 10, 50-yard butterfly, 2 heats. Heat 1, Lane 1 from Mountain View, Ben Ryan. Lane 2 from Devoncrest, A.J. Lewis. Lane 3 from Palmyra, Ethan Chirico. Lane 4 from Anvil, Colin Trait. Lane 5 from Devoncrest, Alex Erkson. Lane 6 from Hershey's, Stardo Yaktis. Lane 7 from Dolphin, Tyler Gardner. Lane 8, Dane Moore from Middletown. Man to beat here is Colin Trait. He's got a seed time of 39.32.
Next up is event 59, boys 9-10, 50-yard butterfly. Heat 1 of 2. Okay, Scott, will you please return to the box? Scott, please come to the box. Scott, will you please return to the box? Scott, please come to the box.
All right, first heat. Let's see how they do. All right, and they're in the water. Lane 4, again, with the best seed time, but that could be anybody's race. Looks like Lane 5 is giving him a run for his money, but great form happening there in Lane 4. And you can see how he's flowing like H2O as he reaches the wall for the turn. Lane 4 going to be making that turn just south of the 17-second mark for the split. Again, his best time, 39.32. Will he be able to beat that? It does look like he's going a little bit deep, but it doesn't seem to be slowing him down against his competition. Lanes 3 and 4, almost in a dead heat. Lane 3, looks like they're gaining. Ethan Chirico might be pulling out the second place position, but it's going to go first to Trait from Anvil, 37.53. That's a great time for him, besting his time by almost 2 seconds. We might have some soft touches happening there in the other lane, so we're going to wait and let the scoreboard settle. Maybe we'll get some different times. And if not, make sure you're checking Meet Mobile. If you don't have Meet Mobile, that's an app available on your smartphone where you can get updates of all your favorite swimmers and events.
Next up
those
is
are official.
Eco.
All right, now for the final heat in lane 1 from Hanover, Charlie Brown. Lane 2 from Keystone, Nate Coons. Lane 3 from Hanover, Sean Deal. Lane 4 from Dallastown, Azariah Anderson. Lane 5 from the Bobcats, Aiden Gray. Lane 6 from Mechanicsburg, Eli Kickline. Lane 7 from the Bobcats, Shea Burrell. And lane 8 from Big Spring, Thompson. And they're in the water. Azariah Anderson, the man to beat. If his sea time holds, he will have the mid-cap record. If his sea time can hold.
Complete seating for event 65.
He is in lane 4. In lane 5, Aiden Gray. Lane 6.
Freestyle.
I'm sorry, lane 3 is probably just right behind that. But, of course, it is going to be that Azariah Anderson. He's going to come in at a time. He is breaking the record here at the mid-caps. That was one set at 30.3. He's going to pull it off at 28.99. That's going to stand for a while. That's going to stand for a while. We have a soft touch with Kickline there. Deal is going to take second place, 31.89. Gray is going to take 33.07. Again, you're going to want to check the Meet Mobile for those updates. All right, moving on to event number 61. Boys 11 and 12, 50-yard butterfly. In lane 1, Palmyra, it's Brayton Teets. Lane 2 from Devon Crest, Max Sobin. Lane 3 from Cumberland Valley, Junhee Lee. Lane 4 from Palmyra, Dalton Cole. Lane 5, Cart Oilweiler from Spring Grove. Lane 6 from Mechanicsburg, Cameron Gazelle. Lane 7 from Spring Grove, Elijah Henning. Lane 8 from Keystone, Nico Falcone. Right now, it looks like that lane 4 and 2 are going to make that turn first. Again, that's Cole and Max Sobin right now. Cole pulling ahead slightly here at the last part of this leg. Can he hold off his competitor in lane 2? Coming up from the outside, also lane 5.
Also 71, 11, 12 freestyle.
And with the butterfly, it all depends on how your stroke is coming into the wall. Cole pulling it off at 32.89. Oilweiler with the second place finish in 5. He came up from behind, 33.36. Third place going to Sobin, 33.42. Great job. And for the final heat in lane 1 from Cumberland Valley, Persevento. Lane 2 from the Bobcats, AJ Rose. Lane 3 from Heatherfield, Seth Edwards. Lane 4 from Dallastown, Ari Anderson. Lane 5 from Devon Crest, Ryan Foose. Also from Devon Crest, Leo Patassi in lane 6. Sorry about that. Lane 7, Colin Lehan from Hershey. Lane 8, Nathan Sweeney from Heatherfield. And right now, they've got a pretty nice even line coming across the pool, except for lane 5, which is just a half a body length ahead. That's Ryan Foose from Devon Crest. Devon Crest having a great showing today, and it looks like now a race between him and lanes 4 and 6. But I think he is going to maintain it. Can he get the timing right for that finish? Yes, he did. That's going to go to Foose, Devon Crest, from Devon Crest, 28.8 to Anderson's second place at 28.89. Patassi coming in at 29.16. Great race, boys. And we're trucking right along. We're going to be doing event number 63, boys 13 and 14, 50-yard butterfly. First heat, lane 1 from Palmyra, Jake Shellhorn. Lane 2 from Spring Grove, Liam Lancaster. Lane 3 from Keystone, Covington, Xavier Covington. Lane 4 from Devon Crest, Kyle Zukiski. I hope I'm saying that right. Lane 5 from Hershey, Ricky Verma. Lane 6 from Central York, E.D. Flemister. Lane 7 from Heatherfield, Ondesco. Lane 8 from Devon Crest, Balin Lee. And they are in the water, folks. Right now, Just a line of butterfly coming across. But at the turn, lane 4 is going to take that first. Kyle Sukeski from Devencrest still maintaining that lead. Lane 5 and lane 6 coming from the outside, going to put the pressure on. Lane 5, Ricky Verma. Lane 6, E.D. Flemister. Zukeski is going to take it. 28.84. Verma with 29.05. Flemister with 29.49. Great job to the boys. Now, for the final heat of the 50-yard butterfly, 13 and 14-year-old. In lane 1 from Indian Creek, Graydon Durr. Lane 2 from Hershey, Luke Tinsley. Lane 3 from Dallastown, Riviera. Lane 4 from Heatherfield, Bob Dempsey. Lane 5 from Devencrest, Garrett Hicks. Lane 6 from Dover, Hockenberry. Lane 7 from Bobcats, Grady Welsh. Lane 8 from Dover, Kevin Vu. All right. The poll record stands at 24.21, set in 2013. I'm not sure what we're going to see today. Bob Dempsey coming in with 25.25, and he's looking great in the water today. He's in lane 4. Bob Dempsey coming from Heatherfield. He might just pull this off. I don't have the scoreboard up right now to tell you. Oh, but he's going to just come a little bit shy of that. 25.03, a PR for him. Excellent job to Bob Dempsey. Second place, Hicks coming in 26.4. Third place, Riviera, 26.6. And now event number 65, boys 15 and over, 50-yard butterfly, heat number 1. Lane 1, Heatherfield, coming from Heatherfield, Matthew Matta. Lane 2 from Anvil, Carter Cheslock. Lane 3 from Cumberland Valley, Owen Brewer. Lane 4 from Big Spring, Rodabow. Lane 5 from Heatherfield, John Haskins. Lane 6 from the Lions Aquatic Club, Andrew Rexroth. Lane 7 from Heatherfield, Luke Dempsey. And lane 8 from Palmyra, Zach Matoni. Great amounts of whitewater, simultaneous regular turn there, transition. Lanes 3, 4, 5. It's any man's race right now. By my eye, it looks like lane 3 might be pulling this off, but it comes down to how they finish it. And it is lane 3. Cumberland Valley's Brewer pulling in at 244.3. Second place goes to Raskins at 24.43. And 24.45 go to Rodabow. So there is only just a few tenths of a second between these competitors. One tenth actually between second and first. And now we're going to be moving right along to the final heat. Lane 1 from Cumberland Valley, Jonathan Chang. Lane 2, Lucas Hancock from Heatherfield. Lane 3, Carl LaRue from Devencrest. Lane 4, Braylon Mao from South Middleton. Lane 5, Austin Smith from Dover. Lane 6 from Heatherfield, Jack Downing. Lane 7 from the Ducks, Nolan Cheno. Lane 8, Andrew Weatherholt from Mechanicsburg.
Thank you.
And it is going to be that lane 4 pulling the turn first, just ever so slightly, staying ahead. But all the competitors putting on the pressure here today. It's going to be that lane 4. Braylon Moe from South Middleton. Great job, Braylon, pulling a 23.39.
Next up, event 67.
Excellent job.
100-yard freestyle relay. There's one
Second place going to Carl LaRue from Devencrest, 23.53.
Also 71, boys 11-12. 200 freestyle relay.
Third going to Jonathan Chang from Cumberland Valley, 24.03. And we're going to be starting our 100-yard freestyle relay with the boys 8 and under, event number 67. Just 5 more events here in our meet as we're finishing off with the relays.
We are seating all freestyle relays. We are seating all freestyle relay. Please report to your designated area. Next up, event 67, boys 8 and under 100-yard style free relay. 1 heat. Madam Referee.
All right, I'm going to start saying some names here. Event number 67, boys 8 and under 100-yard freestyle relay. We have 6 teams in the water in lane 2 from Mountain View. Valra, Lee, Rain, and Bobbitts. Lane 3 from Heatherfield. Rahacek, Burke, Bakilia, and Ed. Lane 4 from Anvil, Cunningham, Walsh, Dotson, Hall. Lane 5 from Dallastown, Well, Deal, Trump, and Appleby. Lane 6 from Devoncrest, Lee, Nugent, Lee, and White. And lane 7 from the Hampton Ducks, Freeman, Clemmer, Freeman, and Keene. Keep your eye on lanes 4 and 5. These boys are pulling times. Looks like Anvil around 122 mark. Dallastown around 124. And the boys are in the water. And that lane 4 is coming out on top. That's Anvil. That's going to be Tyler Cunningham from Anvil.
Freestyle relay. Next up is
With the sprint here. Waiting in the wings, Joey Walsh. Joey Walsh now on the return. Followed closely by Dallastown's William Deal. William Deal trying to catch Joey Walsh, and he is making some ground, but not fast enough. But as they come into the wall, it is almost dead even. He did catch that ground, and they're in the water almost the same time. Luke Dotson now trying to hold his own against Holden Trump. And he still is by maybe a head length. But Holden Trump is trying to make ground, and he will. They're coming into the wall dead even. Here they go, the boys from Anvil with the jump on the start. So they already have an edge, and they're going to continue that edge, pulling ahead. Now almost 2 body lengths ahead. It is going to go to Anvil as Cooper Hall wraps us up here with a time of 1:15.81. to 1:20 and change. It looks like we're going to need to get an update on that time. But wow, what a time. That is 7 seconds, about 7 seconds, 6 or 7 seconds faster than their seed time for the boys from Anvil. Great job. And the other boys are wrapping us up. Now we're going to be moving on to event number 69, boys 9 and 10, 200-yard freestyle relay. We have 7 teams. I'm going to start announcing. For lane 1, Devoncrest, we're going to have Carcilio, Hawking, Teitelbaum, and Ward. From lane 2, from Carlisle, Samuelson, Brandt, Pages, and Shank. Lane 3 from the Hampton Ducks, Kurz, Boyer, Merrill, and Rodrigo. Lane 4 from the Bobcats, Gray, Bart, Weaver, and Shabrell. Lane 5 from Big Spring, Ellerman, Gubbage, Wilson, Thompson. Lane 6 from Devoncrest.
Please push the plunger in for some accurate times. These relays are very close. Thank you.
Devoncrest, Lewis, Goss, Erkson, and Moran. And in lane 7 from Palmyra, Rosenberger, McNall, Taylor, and Chirico. There we go. And they're in the water. Lane 1 with a slight delay there. Again, some of these boys might be their first time doing a relay in a competition like this. Lane 4. Pulling ahead. That's the Bobcats. They have a seat time of 2:06. They should win this easily. But these boys have been putting in the work this week. And it looks like lane 5 is chasing him down. Lane 5 coming from Big Spring. That's Liam Ellerman now versus Aiden Gray. Aiden Gray maintaining that lead.
200-yard
As
we have one. Who did this?
The Bobcats are in the water and pulling ahead. Lane 5 now in that second position. Big Spring. Dalton Covers trying to make up the ground. Can he do it? I don't know. Tyler Bart looking great in the water on his return. Now about 10 yards separates them as they make their way across. Waiting in the wings, Ty Weaver from the Bobcats now in the water. Big Spring coming into the wall right now, and in the water, Torrin Wilson. But he's put more distance now between him and the next competitor, about 15 yards at this point. Being made up here by Ty Weaver. Ty Weaver on that return already. The rest of the boys making their way across. Ty Weaver going to be coming into the wall here soon, just over the 130 mark. And in the water for the final leg is going to be Chase Shabrell. Next into the wall is going to be Torrin Wilson, and Samuel Thompson is going to be taking us for the second place. But it's going to be lane 4, the boys from the Bobcats. Chase Shaburl bringing it on down the lane, 2:01.92 for the Bobcats. What a wonderful time. You can hear the energy. It is tangible here at the Keystone Aquatic Center, besting their time by about 5 seconds. Coming in lane 5 is going to be the boys from Big Spring with 2:20.09. Barely a PR. They still got it. Still counts. Good job, boys. Third place going to go to the Hampton Ducks at 2:22.62. A PR for them as well. Great job. All right, next up is going to be event number 71, boys 11 and 12, 200-yard freestyle relay. We have 6 teams. In lane 2, the boys from Central York, John Bergstresser, Liam Titter, Landon Harnish, and Bennett King. Lane 3 from Cumberland Valley, Dylan Stavkov, Junhee Lee, Evan Singer, Pranav Thampi. Lane 4 from South Middleton, Aiden Pittman, Jack Brenner, Grant Bueller, Cameron Ackley. Lane 5 from Hershey, John Yerke, Colin Leon, Jacob Apoka, and Austin Fastrich. And in lane 6 from Dover, Kingston Gallagher, Eric Smith, Elliot Klein, Owen Downey. Lane 7 from Palmyra, Dalton Cole, Braden Teets, Gavin Klicknick, and Connor Rosenberger. All right, they're in the water. The favorite to win this is South Middleton with a seat time of 1:54.32. But don't be surprised if Hershey wants it as well. Here they go. Looks like that lane 5 is going after it. Hershey with the orange cap, John Yerke pulling ahead by almost a body length as he comes into the wall. Waiting for him, Colin Leon. 1, 2, 3, they're in the water shortly thereafter. Chasing him down now, it's any man's guess, but it does look like lane 4 and lane 2 are coming on strong. Lane 5, Hershey, showing that they want to win this one, now putting about 10 yards between them and lane 2, which is Cumberland Valley's Junhee Lee. And as they come into the wall, waiting is Jacob Epoka, and he's going to be in the water first. And now it's going to be Cumberland Valley. Hershey came to win this. Jacob Epoka already on the return. Lane 2, I apologize. That is Central York. Central York is going to be on the return in lane 2. But Hershey's going to have a split here, 127.04 for the final leg. Hershey's Austin Fastrich is now in the water and already looking good. One problem with these relays, depending on how they sit, sometimes it's hard to tell who's in the water. Let's take a look at the overhead in the turn. And Hershey's going to have the win at 153.77, and the crowd goes wild. They have beat the seat time for South Middleton, and they certainly beat their time. South Middleton coming in second with 2:01.18. Third place goes to Cumberland Valley, 2:07.77. And now for event number 73, boys 13 and 14, 200-yard medley relay, lane 1. We have Palmyra, Clark, Holly, Zempidri, and Moser. Lane 2 from Annville, Fox, Daunton, Cheslock, and Trait. Lane 3 from the Ducks, Heron, Koslowski, Gamber, and Spitzer. Lane 4 from the Bobcats, Buck, Turner, Foster, and Welsh. Lane 5 from Carlisle, Samuelson, Mashmeyer, Lipper, and Cameron. Lane 6 from Carlisle, they're from Carlisle, Keystone, Arsico, Covington, Adamek, and Douglas. And lane 7 from Heatherfield, Sowers, Patty, Odesco, and Bowden. And they're in the water, folks. Bobcats pulling a time of 143.24. That's going to be happening in lane 4. And right out of the gate, they're going to make that turn. But lane 3, Hampton Ducks, not letting them go. Mitch Hearn trying to put the pressure on Lucas Buck. Lucas Buck, though, he is continuing to show some dominance here on the return leg, one body length. Bam, they are in the water first. That's right, the Bobcats now. Austin Turner is the man to beat. Lane 3 making up that time. Zen Dalton wanting to come in. He's now making that turn at the second place position. Still holding against the competitors in lane 5 and 6, but putting more distance now. Austin Turner, Caden Foster now in the water. And 1-2, simultaneous launch. The Ducks and Carlisle and Keystone in the water. But making the turn first here for the Bobcats, Caden Foster. 1, 2, 3, or sorry, I should say 3, 5, 6 are the others. Caden Foster, the man to catch. Grady Welsh now on the blocks, and he's in the water. But now, suddenly, lane 5 pulls ahead. Lane 5 is Carlisle. Harold Cameron now in the water to take on Grady Welsh. Can he do it? Can he maintain? Looks like Carlisle's going to pull out a second place. If they can hold off lane 6, that's Keystone. That's going to be Brody Douglas from Keystone. But right now, it's going to be the Bobcats 145.25. And Palmyra might, second place goes to Carlisle. I apologize, 149.8. And third place goes to Hampton Ducks at 150.03. Great time on the board for the boys from the Bobcats, but not quite a PR based on what I'm seeing here. And finally, for event number 75, I want to thank you for joining us today, and we're going to have a full pool here with 8 lanes of relays. Event number 75, boys 15 and over 200-yard freestyle relay. In lane 1, the boys from Heatherfield, Madden, Garbanzos, Hancock, and Mata. Lane 2 from Cumberland Valley, Brewer, Pion, Santos, and Chang. Lane 3 from Dover, Smith, Downey, Staub, and Gladfelter. Lane 4 from Dovencrest, Wagner, Singley, Keys, and LaRue. Lane 5 from Heatherfield, Raskin, Hancock, Dowling, Hancock. Lane 6, Anvil, Cheslock, Hain, Meidler, and Rudy. Lane 7 from South Middleton, Mao, Book, Heyman, Kufa. Lane 8 from Central York, Wenhold, Hendershot, Kaliski, and Kuhn. Woo! And right now, lane 5 and lane 7 with the lead as they go in the water simultaneously. That's going to be Heatherfield and South Middleton. South Middleton looking good, but not quite as good there as lane 3. Lane 3 looking like they're pulling ahead, although lane 5 maintaining that dominance. That's going to be the boys from Heatherfield on the return. Now Jack Dowling in the water. Jack Dowling trying to maintain that lead here as he does his third leg. It's so fast. Lane 3 looking great too. That's the boys from Dover. Tyler Staub trying to catch him. Trying to catch Jack Dowling, and he's not going to let him. He's not going to let him catch him. And now in the water is Lucas Hancock. Great launches all around, but lane 5 is going to maintain this lead easily. Lane 4, though, catching up. That's the boys from Devoncrest, Carl LaRue. We've seen great things from Carl LaRue today. Can he do it? It might be too late to catch him, but Lucas Hancock is going to bring in the win for the boys from Heatherfield. Let's take a look at that scoreboard. And it's going to be, let's take a look at that scoreboard one more time. The boys from Heatherfield, 128.4, are going to pull that out. Second place, Devoncrest, 129.95. Third place, Dover, 131.47. Well, I want to thank you all for joining us today. You could have been anywhere, and we're glad that you're watching this wonderful broadcast brought to you by the Keystone Aquatic Center. We're just so happy for all the swimmers, all the hard work they've put in throughout this pandemic and this season. I know it's been challenging for you parents. It's been challenging for the swimmers, but as you can see today, the hard work has paid off for these champions. Everyone who's here is a champion in their own right, and it's just great to end the season on a high note like this. And so I want to thank you for watching. Over and out.